What's up, guys? This is Showtime from Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. Alright. So, just wanted to debunk some more myths, okay? Still going around, and that's fine. You know, I'll do this my whole freaking life. If I have to. Whether it be a long time, hopefully, or a short time. But there's some things out there that I hear in old school interviews, old school articles, old school discussions, and concerns. And I'm just blown away at how mentally, I'm trying to say this in a nice way, guys. I'm just trying to see why we are so prehistoric, and in a bad way, not in a good way, because the prehistoric way we were meant to be, right? That these soft people nowadays don't want to be. Going out, walking 7 miles down and back, trying to find, a shelter, and, killing saber-toothed tigers and all this stuff, and hunting buffalo and all this stuff, right? Those type of prehistoric characteristics were good, okay? No, I'm talking about knowledge on what works and what doesn't work with training. There's stuff that the people are really just very uneducated about still. So back in the day, 60s and 70s, people always asking, why do we want women lifted weights? They're going to get too muscular. All these things, right? Athletes are going to get slower. Athletes are going to get muscle bound. They're going to get inflexible. Okay, myths that my dad has been trying to debunk for years, and we're getting better and better, right? You're getting more and more civilians in the gym now that didn't want to do it before, especially now we got a gym on every corner, right? So those things are improving, but we still think there's people out there that still think that lifting weights makes you slow. It does not. It does not. It makes you faster. It makes you more explosive. It makes you more powerful, especially if you work those movements through specificity of training. Okay, I'm training a guy right now. Okay, he's getting stronger every day, and he's faster. He's more explosive, and just to make damn sure, he stretches out every day, right? And he works with a strength. I'm the strength coach. Duh. He works with a speed coach. Okay, and he was fast already. Now he's 30 pounds heavier, okay, and faster. How does that happen? Because, obviously, right, weight training slows you down, right? That's obviously why he's faster, because he's heavier. Stronger, has more muscle, okay? You see how ridiculous that sounds? If that was so true, there's no way he'd put on 30 pounds and get faster if it got you slow, And if you're athletic before you weight train, you're going to stay athletic. If you're uncoordinated, off balance, slow, stiff, come on, man, you're going to be the same way, if all you do is lift weights and nothing else. Now, if you improve on those things, you actually do things that are athletic, and maybe even if you weren't doing weights before, you were all stiff and this and everything, you might get looser, you might get faster, you might get all these other things without any of the specificity of training for your sport, especially if you're doing power clean, clean and jerk, snatch, right? Crosses right over to rebounds, to layups, to jump shots, okay, to blowing through a guy, right, and knocking him clear through, right? Whether it be head across the bow, which you gotta be careful, your armpit, no head to head, things like that, or to go to the hip down there, okay? But angle pursuit, all that stuff. So yeah, it is. It's gonna convert. It's gonna convert over, okay? Anytime you do all of it, you can be a better athlete. You leave one thing out. Good luck, man. Don't listen to me. Don't fucking listen to me. Go out and think I'm stupid and you get slow and shit, okay? And go get fucking fast, okay? Get fast, but don't lift any weight, okay? And when your skinny ass is playing pro or college football, okay, and you're lined up a guy against the guy who did the weight training with it, and you're running a fucking 4-3, okay, or 4-2. But my guy's running a 4-3, 4-4, and he's a DN or an outsider middle backer, and you go and you hit those wheels around the side, and he fucking lays your ass out, right? And you're in the fucking hospital, okay? Don't fucking complain to me about being fucking slow, okay? And about my guys being slow, okay? It doesn't work like that. If you work on speed, you will get faster. If you work on explosiveness, you'll get more explosive. If you work on power, you get more powerful. If you work on strength, you get stronger. If you work on flexibility, you'll get more strong. You'll get more flexible, right? Guys, it's all common sense. It's common sense, guys. Okay? But since the freaking 60s and 70s, we've been doing this bullshit, right? So, this is what just drives me insane, okay? When you're in things for the right reasons, I get it. You come in, you go in flying under the radar, you low profile, whatever, okay? I get that. Maybe you get overlooked, maybe you get little to zero credit and stuff, okay? You train this one guy for the show, he doesn't say nothing, you don't promote it, whatever. I get it. But there is no way that you should be like one of the best of all times and have a fucking legacy. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. That's bullshit, okay? If you end up being like one of the top prep coaches of all times, let's just say that, okay? And you get like 50 fucking guys, okay, from your area, and there's other people who coaches on your team working with them, okay? You're the main guy. You started the whole thing. It's your training program. It's your fucking nutrition. It's your power bodybuilding system. It's your carb deplete, carb load, high fat, low fat, high protein, low protein, moderate protein, whatever your macros are, right? Okay? So whatever your program is that is successful, and you've got all this list of athletes, okay, and in that time frame, you had the only fucking champions. Other teams, say you're Kennewick guys, okay, say you're with some real names and numbers out there, say you're the Magruder guys, okay, say you are fucking Magruder, okay, and you're the coach. It's just saying nobody knows who Magruder is because they live in the fucking Stone Age. And he gets all these guys, and there's guys from all over the place. Say Magruder's from Kennewick, and everybody else is from fucking Moose Lake, Seattle, Portland, Spokane. You got all these different places in Washington and in Oregon, okay? And for whatever reason, he doesn't get any credit for his athletes, and he leaves, and later on, so to every 20 champions, 19 of them are Magruders. Okay, let's just say that. Let's pretend. Now let's go with our modern day. They're going to be, Matt Porter's guys, Roger Baker's guys, Ryan Kennelly's guys, right? Okay, so but just bear with me here. Okay, so you got the top guys, but nobody knows who the fuck you are. Okay, and you request certain things, they don't give you shit. Okay, now all these things that you request, you just got tired of being disrespected. You go somewhere else. You go to fucking California. Okay, you start making your mark down there. You come with no credibility because nobody knows who the fuck you are, what you did. Okay, and then you got these other guys that kind of take the reins. They go. They're not near as good as you are. They don't have near the experience and titles and athletes. So they build a program up, but it's nothing like yours. But all these things that you requested before, they just handed to you, and you got a team coming up. So this new guy gets all your guys, and he gets all the credit. That's not right. Okay, so that bigger, faster, stronger program that very few schools across the entire country, the globe, are doing. Okay, my dad was one of the only places in the world. Okay, forget that he was the only fucking school in the Tri-Cities doing it. Try one of the only schools in Washington. Try some of the only schools in the Tri-State area, in the United States, period. And everybody just looked at him like he's the big strong guy. It really does. What does that have to do with football, right? So the weight training and conditioning and weight training, power bodybuilding program that it is today, bigger, faster, stronger, all that stuff, that was revolutionized and practiced by my dad for decades. from the late 60s or early 70s, and he was the only one that did it and taught it, and other coaches caught on, and he went across the, in the nation to all these different camps and training sessions, and he read and he did video, and he went up on the platform and did all these powerlifting competitions. He's been trained by guys that have had law enforcement training, and he played college football, and that's where he knew how that transferred over, because as he got that size and strength, he became a better athlete, going from CBC to Portland State University, starting at both colleges, and was 10 times the badass with the power bodybuilding as he was when he was just kind of going in there and getting a pump, not knowing what the fuck he was doing, right? And then Jerry Hill was like, you need to freaking, do some bench squat deadlift, okay? That's impressive that you can do 3 plates on each side of the military press, which is still a good lift today, right? Especially for a fucking football player, right? He wasn't even a powerlifter or a bodybuilder, man. Okay, this is before Bigger, Faster, Stronger program came to the Tri-Cities that my dad brought, okay? And then once I taught him my system, in the 90s, he switched it over to there. By then, he'd already been to Moreton. He's a bit bent. He got 10 or 12 world titles, guys, in natural powerlifting, Hall of Famer and everything else. What did he get as far as his recognition for doing that? He was a football coach. He was a PE teacher. Some people still remember he was a health teacher. So that's really kind of a disrespectful. He was not appreciated. Let's just put it that way. And part of it, he didn't know how to. He was too fucking humble for his own good, right? People say I got a big mouth. It's kind of why I kind of learned from his mistakes. Stay quiet, you get overlooked. Nobody knows who you are, right? Because, like I said, he was the one that did that. There was nobody else that could touch him. John Crawford is the Pasco High School track program, and nobody else touches him, right? He's the legacy here, right? That's what my dad was to the strength team. Asked for years. We need more bench presses. We need more deadlift platforms. We need more squat racks. Like 1 or 2 of each, right? 4 or 5 decades go by. He's been requesting this for the 60s or 70s. Finally, he keeps applying for the head coaching job, this, that, and the other thing, because he moved to the ranks to defensive coordinator and this and that. So, okay, he doesn't get the freaking head job, right? But fuck, all these things he keeps asking for. No, right? He freaking leaves like within a few months, 3 to 6 months after he leaves. Somebody else asks for something, so like for one little item. As soon as he asks for one item, everything that my dad's been asking for since the 70s shows up. I was very disrespectful. I thought that Pasco really did him dirty. Of course, the guy had people maybe that didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? They had these awards and stuff. Like I won the MVP, the Michael Jackson MVP award, because we had a guy named Michael Jackson, not the fucking singer, right? The football player that went on to play for Seattle Seahawks, okay, that my dad coached. My dad coached him. My dad coached Anthony Davis, who also went to play pro football, okay? But, shit. So my name's on that fucking trophy. The Dr. Jennings Most Inspirational Athlete of the Year award, okay, nowhere to be found. They changed the fucking names of the awards. So anybody that won that fucking award got screwed. Changed the name, but fucking put our names on there, right? All these guys, I don't even think Hackney's got carried over, because he was before me. It's like, come on, man. That guy was a state champion. It was a wrestling one. Maybe it's different. He might still be on that trophy. But, yeah, they changed it. They changed the name to the Ann Hayden Award and something other, Most Valuable Player Award. So, yeah, the Dr. Jennings Most Inspirational Athlete of the Year award got changed. The name did. So my name just got removed. There's no fucking history of me in a fucking trophy. And then there's no There's no fucking history of my dad being the one that revolutionized the whole bigger, faster, stronger program. And it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday weight training, and bench squat, deadlift, power clean, snatches, clean jerk, those types of things, compounded with some little bodybuilding type movements at the end of the workout. Okay, and then he taught it even more extreme once he learned how to do it right, because he was overtraining. He ended up getting even stronger in his 40s and 50s, doing the power bodybuilding system that he does today, and man, he ended up getting 10 or 12 world titles, inducted in the Hall of Fame. So his athletes got even bigger and stronger yet. Of course, he was out of Pasco by then, but that was training each body part once a week. Whereas the bigger, faster, stronger program, shit, it's trying to go balls to the wall, doing 2 to 3 heavy days a week, and doing 3 times a week, training every single body part 3 times a week. That's some hardcore stuff. You know, the slap dick type training that some high school kids do, if you're not getting on them like my dad did, because they're freaking doing this, and they're looking at the girls, and they're looking at their shoes when they're supposed to be squatting, and I mean, kind of down the hair and stuck. And so, you know, when half the time's lifting weights and half the time slap dicking around, then yeah, maybe they need to do the, you know, full body 3 times a week. But you know, my dad was pretty good about staying on people and actually making people do what they're supposed to do when they're in the gym, which is work, right? Not slap dick around. So that's my little rant for the day. I'm a little annoyed with it, because like I said, my dad didn't get any credit for any of that stuff. But again, they didn't know what was going on. There was no gyms back then, right? There was not a gym on every corner. There was the Man's World thing, and then there was something else, Spock Health Club, whatever, and that was about it, man. There was a couple gyms in entire Tri-Cities, okay? So somebody that needed to come in and lift didn't know nothing about nothing, and they had to learn all that stuff from my dad. So, you know, my dad started that whole era, the whole thing, and unfortunately he didn't get any credit for that whatsoever. Everybody kind of just, you know, looked at him as the guy that lifts the weights and puts them down, right? But that's the extent of it. If history were able to reveal itself, right, and they were actually able to see just how much of an important role that his weight training class, it was weight training class, okay, even though they're called PE teacher. He taught normal PE classes. He taught sports development class and health class, and so he had several different labels of just the PE teacher, right? And I mean, even the regular PE is not a joke if you got the teacher doing it right. You know, you got the lifetime sports class. It's a different sport every day. Physical education is the stuff that you do from kindergarten through senior year of high school. It is what it is. A little bit of running, a little bit of physical fitness, and you know, it's a very lower level of basic health and fitness type classes. So, but that's kind of all my dad was looked at: PE teacher and freaking coach. Okay, he was a lot more than that, guys. And so that was not really recognized. But what would be neat is if there was some really nice documented, you know, film documentation or whatever it would be in order to, you know, prove that that legacy they left behind, that carried right over into sports, that he was so far ahead of his time, with knowing back then that weight training helped with explosiveness and power and strength and size and muscle mass, and it just made you a better athlete. And if you work those things, you get better at it, that you would actually get faster, not slower, more explosive, not tense. It is what it is, though, okay? It's been Showtime with Showtime Shredded Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big, alright.